welcome to the 2021 Wildwood Platinum FSX 178BHSKX. Starting right in the rear bumper, you just pull this cap off, reach in a little bit, we've got your sewer hose in here. So once this guy is fully extended, it is about 20 feet long. Those two ears there, same two ears that attach to your sewer system, so just take note of those. Press it back in, take the plug, push that into place. There you go. In this corner, as well as in each corner of the trailer, you've got a stabilizer jack. So what these guys do is they'll just come down, contact the ground, another turn or two just to firm them up, and they'll just kind of get rid of that bounce and sway in the trailer. So as it sits right now, you can see it's got quite a bit of movement there. These just help stabilize it, keep it centered for you. Right up above this one here, we've got your low point drains. So you just be taking those caps off, allowing the water system to then drain itself out. Right, you do have a hot and a cold there. I believe this one in the front most is your hot and the one in the back is your cold. Right above from there, we've got a cable and satellite inlet, so just pull this cap off. And a coax cable plugs into there, fires up at your TV location. Right here, we've got your actual sewer system, so that cap there, like I said, same as your adapter. Just gonna turn it, pull it off, and there you go. So you can see, same two ears, that's how it'll attach. Just press it in, lock it on, and there you go. On the right, you got a black valve, on the left, you got a gray. So when it comes to dumping your tanks, you're gonna wanna do this black valve first. Black valve is controlling your black tank, which is filled from your toilet. So of course, your dirtiest water. Let that go first. Once that's done, you're gonna come over to the gray, open that up and allow that to drain out last. The reason we're doing the gray last is it's filled from your sinks and your showers. Typically cleaner water, just helps keep the hose cleaner and kind of keep the smell out of the trailer. Right up here, we got a black tank flush. So you may notice over time you've dumped your black tank, you know for a fact it is empty. But your monitor panel is still reading a third or 2/3, whatever it may be. You're just gonna take a water hose and stick it into there, open up that black valve and turn on that water, and that'll just flush out that tank, cleaning out any sort of debris that might be causing your issue. Beside it here, we've got your city water connection. You're just gonna take the same water hose, plug it into there, turn it on, that'll pressurize the water lines throughout the unit. Below it, we've got your little port here for your power cord, so you're just gonna open that up. You can see on the bottom there, you got that little notch. It's gonna line up with that notch on your cord. You're just gonna press that in. Little 1/8 turn locks it into place. And then your hose will also, your cord will also have a little threaded collar back there you can use to really lock it into place. At the end of it, you'll have that 30 amp end right there. Now most campsites will have that. You can plug straight on in and you're good to go. We do also provide you with a 15 amp adapter, so if they don't have that, you can plug into that, or you can plug in at home to charge your batteries. And moving downward, got your storage compartment here, so I'm just gonna open that up. It does see straight through to the other side. However, you don't have access from the other side, so it is deep, just not accessible from either side. Customer here has opted to go with the weight distribution hitch, so we got that in here, as well as the Bluetooth brake controller. Up front, we also provide you with the water hose, as well as that park adapter I was telling you about, so 15 amp into your house, and 30 amp for your cord. As for your cord, that guy's just right here. So you can see at the yellow end there, you do have that notch that I was talking about, as well as a threaded collar. In here as well, you've also got this little driver right there for all of your stabilizer jacks, just a 3/4 inch end to run these guys up and down. Around to the front, right in this black box back here, we've got your battery in there. So as long as you're plugged into that short cord in the back, that battery is charging for you. Also, in through your 7-pin to your tow vehicle, that battery will also be charging. As you can see right here, we've got the standard barbecue style tank. I'm just gonna turn that to open it up. Hangers right there for the weight distribution hitch. Customer's also gone with the bike carrier, so we got that here as well. Standard tongue jack, one way's up, the other way's down. Over on this side here, you got this little port there. We're gonna open that up. You can see you got a 2-prong plug-in for a solar panel. Plugs into there, charges your batteries. All those little white things down the side there are the hangers for your skirt for the outer room. And customers also decided to go with one of those. Right here, we got the exhaust for your furnace. So if you're ever running your furnace, you just wanna make sure nothing's blocking that. It does get hot. Right here's a freshwater connection. So your water hose is just gonna stick into there, turn on the water, and that'll fill up your freshwater tank. The drain for that tank is just right down here. So you got that little piece there and this cap here. Just gonna thread that on, close it off, and that's that. All right. Right here we got your hot water tank. So you just got that little keyway there. You're just gonna line that up and it pops open. As So right here you got a pressure relief valve. We're gonna hit that. You see that bit of water comes out, and that's letting you know that the hot water tank is in fact full and you're safe to fire it up. Controls for firing it up just inside the trailer. And once we get there and go over that, I will refer to a reset button. That button is right in here. Okay. We're just gonna close that back up, line up that keyway, and lock it back in place. GFI protected outlet here. The reset's just inside. And right in the back, you kind of got your outside kitchen. Right. So you get the 120 volt fridge, so as long as you're plugged into that short cord, this thing is running for you. Power outlet for it's just right up on the wall here. And right up above it, you get USB charging as well. For your stove, you just got the barbecue hose straight underneath it. Just gonna pull that collar back and you can open it up. Underneath here is just a little bit different. You do have the same collar, but you do also have that valve there. With that valve open, you cannot pull that collar back, just kind of an added safety. So you're just gonna push that back, stick your hose into place, locks in, and then you can open up the valve, pull out the grill, and right in the back of it, you can see you got the same quick connect connector. So you're just gonna pull the collar back, press it in, lock it down. And then on the front here, you just got that dial. As you turn it past light, that hits the igniter, and it fires up, no problem. On this side here, just pull this guy out, just a little grease trap. Those screws are just like additional mounting screws. Okay. Once we're done, we're just gonna press it in, turn it off, and that's that. Pull our hose out of the back, put it back away, close off that flow, pull the hose out of there, and then I like to just loop it and connect it to itself, just ensures that absolutely nothing's getting in there. And then I can close it back off. So in the back of the unit here, you do also have your outside shower. So you'll get a key, looks just like this guy here. Stick it on in, open it up. You can see you get the standard 3-foot hose as well as hot and cold water, of course. So if the dog's out getting muddy, you can spray him off where he gets inside. Tuck that back away, close it back up, and lock it. And then right up top and center there, we've got your observation camera or rear view camera, whatever you choose to use it as. So that's, again, just another accessory the customer's chosen to go with. At your entrance door, you just got your assist handle here, just up 90 degrees, pops into place. And then we can just grab your bottom step here, grab that handle and flip it over, and there's your steps. So when you first come inside, you can see we've got the adder room right here, as well as the generator that the customer is choosing to go with. So we're just going to leave those there because they don't leave or they don't fit in the storage compartments. And when you get in, right up on the right side of your entrance is your fire extinguisher. So pull the pin, point, and shoot. Also a bunch of manuals there for all of your accessories, as well as the box for the observation camera. Right up top here, we've got your monitor panel. So just down here on the right and the top, we're going to press and hold out. The slide out makes its way out. So right up in the top here on the right, you got that light switch, turns on the one light above your sink. The switch on the left turns on your awning light. So once this slide is out all the way, you'll just kind of hear some whines and a click from the motor. That's just letting you know it's out all the way. It will stop by itself. And that's that. For your awning, you're just going to press and hold out, and that'll make its way out as well. One thing to keep in mind with your awning is it does contact your door, so you want to make sure your door's at 90 degrees before you go opening it. Okay, so once you see that white flap come down, that's you fully extended. If you were to continue extending, it will actually wind itself up backwards, in which case the fabric will be underneath the tube, allowing it to then hold water and accelerating the growth of mold and mildew. Now, if it were to start raining, it's of course going to hold some water either way. So what you can do is you can come to either arm, front or back, and you just make sure this knob is loosened off, pull it in, tighten down that knob, and you can see that just changes the pitch of the awning out at the head. Now if you like that angle better, just because it does give you more shade, you can do the same thing at the front here. Pull that in, lock it down, and you do get yourself a bit more shade. Before you bring it back in, though, you want to make sure these knobs are loosened off and the arms are fully extended, just so you don't go running the risk of bending anything. Also, once you get up to about 20 kilometers an hour of wind, you want to make sure this awning comes back in anyways, just because it does catch air and you could bend the arms again. All right, so when closing, we're just going to press and hold the bottom of that switch, make sure that our fabric is over top of the tube. Continue pressing and holding and it'll make its way in. Again, we're just making sure that our door's at 90 degrees or less, just so that we're not contacting it with the arm. And that's that. So right up here center left, we've got your water heater control, so we'll turn that switch on. That light up here will come on, letting you know the ignition sequence will start. Once that light goes out, the sequence has started. It'll try that 3 times, and if it hasn't fired up after that 3rd try, it's letting you know that it's not getting propane or it's not firing it up, whatever it may be. At that point, you'll be going out using that reset button that we'd shown you. Now stood right here, you could hear those couple of clicks of the igniter, and now you can hear the whir of the flame. We know that water tank's good. Beside that, we've got your water pump. Turn that on. Turns on your water pump, drawing out of your fresh water tank, pressurizing your water lines. Then up top here, we've got your actual monitor system. So on the left there, we've got battery. So because we're plugged in right now, we're currently C for charging. G would be good, F is fair, and L is low. For your fresh tank, as you fill that up, it'll go to 1/3, 2/3, and full. Same idea for your black and your gray. All right. As you get inside the unit, all of your lights just on their own little center push buttons. You can see right here we've got your smoke detector. Alright. And right down here we've got an LP detector. So propane's heavier than air, it sits on the floor. This guy will detect it and start going off just like the smoke detector. Across the front you got a bunch of storage here. So that little blue binder down there has all of your owner's manuals as well as your remotes, whatever you might need for the unit. A little bit more storage across the top as well. For this front bed, you can obviously have these 2 cushions up and use it as a couch, or you could throw them off to the side. Undo this travel latch here, fold this down, bring the mattress with it, and there's your bedding area. Right. Once you're done, you're just going to be lifting up the foot, holding it away, putting that travel latch back in there, and that's that. So I'm just going to set this up with these 2 cushions atop each other and stick this guy up here. So now in your dinette here, actually sorry, your emergency exit window, you just got that one stick there, you're just going to pull it up, push it out, throw it right outside, pull that red tab, and out you go. USB charging here. The blinds throughout the trailer, just kind of sit where you leave them, so pick them up, and they'll stay there. For your windows, just pull that tab back, open it up, slam it shut. A little bit of storage underneath the dinette on either side. And for your table, you just pick it up a bit and push it back. Get rid of the 2 legs. Set the table down, just kind of right underneath the cushions here. And then we'll grab the back cushions, fill in the center. There's another bedding area. For your kitchen, right here we've got the microwave, of course, pretty straightforward, just like home. Stove here, bifold cover, just lift it up, folds on back. Turn on your knobs and turn it over to high, and she fires right up. The reason I say turn on your knobs is because that gives it power for the igniters, so I can turn it over to high and it won't do nothing. Turn on the lights, and there you go. Right. So once you're done, close it back up. Right down below, we've got your furnace, and for your thermostat, just right up here. You just got that 1 temperature control on the top, so you're just going to slide that all the way over to the right, and that's going to turn it on. All the way over to the right is of course max heat. Anywhere in the middle is going to be kind of just your temperature selection. And down there on the bottom you can see where you're currently at. So we're just going to let that thing fire up. Once it does fire up, you can actually see the little flame of it going right in that bottom corner there. You see that little blue glow. Once you're done, you're going to slide it all the way over to the left until you feel and hear the click, just like that. Okay. Sink, of course, hot and cold water, and kind of right up above it, we do have another light here as well. USB charging as well as a power outlet in the back there. A little bit of storage here. A little bit more storage below. So down here, they do provide you with a Bluetooth portable speaker just because the unit doesn't have its own dedicated stereo. And right down behind these two panels here are going to be your hot water tank. So if you're looking to winterize the unit, that's going to be your first access. The access to your water pump is right through this panel here. Right beside that panel, we've got your converter. So all of your breakers are on the left there. Whenever a breaker breaks, it'll sit in the middle, so just turn it off and then back on. And on the right side, we've got all of your fuses. Right here, we've also got your fridge, so you just got that travel latch. Slide that open, you can open it up. Temperature control right across the top there. For your fridge, same thing, temperature control right in the back. In your bunk area, both pretty well identical. You just get that one light there, USB charging on the wall. The same thing down here. A little bit of storage underneath that bunk as well. Right here above your thermostat, you do have a TV backer, so if you want to mount the TV in here, you can do so. Right up above it, we've got the power outlet for it, as well as your antenna outlet and a cable and satellite outlet. For turning your antenna on, just hit that button there. You see that little green light comes on, letting you know your antenna is on and looking for signal. Also, the unit is pre-wired for Wi-Fi. And into the bathroom here. So again, the light just on its own little center push button. You get the medicine cabinets here. So here's your GFI reset, just on the left, reset in the center. So if you ever have an outlet that doesn't work, it's a good thing to come and check. Sink with the hot and cold water, of course. A little bit of storage down here. Just do be mindful when using this storage compartment. You do have your drains underneath there. For your toilet, you just got the foot lever over on the right side here. And then the shower with the standard head and hose. Hot and cold water, of course, and right above that, we've got your roof vent. So you get this one knob there turned to open. Right in the back, you get that push button, turns on the fan. Close her back up. And that's about that. So if you've got any other questions on the unit, please feel free to give us a call, 204-237-7272.